I know that we do have a thing in Michigan where if you see a feral hog that you don't need a license, you can just shoot it. You're expected to shoot it.
Shot spot. So.
I've never heard of anybody seeing a feral hog in Michigan. So I think I mentioned one time that you have a better chance of seeing Bigfoot than a feral hog.
I did see Big on that.
Here we go.
Yeah. I hear they're coming down from Canada.
Yeah.
I won't tell you the night or where I was, but
Oh, you got her, dude. She's down. Let's go.
Dude, I just shot a deer of a lifetime.
Freaking smoked him.
One with nature, and if you're a believer, one with God.
Definitely gets your heart pumping. Boy, you are in trouble.
Fall Obsession Podcast.
What is up, Fall Obsession listeners? Welcome to the Fall Obsession Podcast. I will be your host, Nick Powell, with Fall Obsession. And today we are here. I have a few guests with me here today. Mr. the boss himself, who's out of town right now, so I'm having to host this thing. Sam Thrash. What's up, Sam?
What's up? I got away from it, but then I didn't. Y'all wrote me back in.
Yeah, you tried, but we're not going to let you get too far. And then those other couple of voices, we got the regional staff coordinator, Todd Sellen. What's up, Todd? Welcome back to the podcast.
Got my Go Blue shirt on. Wore this for Andy Meeks specifically.
There's a bit of a quarrel going on up north right now.
Big Ten championship in hockey last night over those Gophers.
And then the myth, the legend, Mr. Andy Meeks is here as well.
There's the man who needs the applause right there.
That's right. Yeah, so just to start things off, there's a bit of a quarrel going on up north between the Michiganders and the Minnesotans right now. Apparently, I'll let y'all take off with it.
Well, hockey's kind of big up in this part of the country here, and Michigan and Minnesota like to go at it quite a bit, especially we're in the Big Ten Conference here. And then last night was a big game. Last year they beat us, I believe, at your ice
in Minnesota. Yeah.
Well, the last year again in Minnesota,
He had to throw that in there.
Okay,
yeah.
They're ranked number 2, and they come on home ice, and they beat us on home ice. I mean, just it's tough being a Minnesota sports fan now these days. I just tell you what.
Well, the Michigan fan, you look at football. We had high expectations for football, and that really didn't work out too well. And now we have high expectations for in terms of, they won the Big Ten, but they didn't make it to the Natty like what we were hoping. So. We're hoping to meet up against Minnesota again in the national championship for hockey this year. And again, Andy and I were talking during the day and kind of started talking smack against one another and say, hey, let's get a little friendly wager here. And so,
heck yeah.
You bet $5.
So then after that, I go, Heather, how high is Minnesota ranked? And she looked, she's like, they're number 1 in the nation. I'm like,
dang.
It doesn't matter.
We're
a Minnesota sports team. We're going to lose no matter.
So there was also a conversation that Andy brought up that they were wondering which one was bigger, and maybe the audience can chime in a little bit.
Yes, please.
They were wondering if hockey in Minnesota, or high school hockey, correct? High school hockey or Texas high school football.
They're both religions.
Right.
So religions, and both are right. You hear about Texas, you hear about Minnesota.
For sure.
So yeah, that was a conversation I heard the other morning. I'm like, what's bigger?
Yeah.
What has because we filled the XL Energy Center where the Wild played for 4 nights of high school hockey. Sold out.
Dang.
But it's it's a professional stadium, but you guys have big stadiums down there too. And then plus, obviously not the stadium, the onlookers all around the stadiums too. You guys have a lot of open space there.
That's true.
We got multi-million-dollar high school football stadiums down there.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Right.
So we kind of are caught in the middle. Football is bigger than hockey here in Michigan. If you look at, the finals, our finals are at Ford Field with the Lions for football play, but hockey, it's hockey takes over more so in the winter than the majority of sports. But man, in the fall, football, if there's any football being played, it's on the news, it's on TV, it's, you know what I mean? Whereas once football season is over, they kind of take a back seat. But hockey is big in that Michigan and Michigan State have a history of success at the collegiate level. And even Ferris State up the road here, Western Michigan University, is ranked 10th in the nation right now. So we have a lot of local college hockey teams that have a history of success. And that's why, hockey seems to be a little bit bigger than, say basketball, for example.
Right. Yeah. So we'll let the audience kind of decide, so y'all comment below, and then write in if you want to message us. We'll get it figured out.
Because both of them are
gigantic
religions in both states.
Absolutely, I agree.
Well, I could throw this out too. Michigan ladies gymnastics just won the Big Ten again yesterday, so that was the third year in a row. So it was a three-peat, I think.
Dang.
Wow. God. I don't spend too much time watching that.
Yeah, same.
Came up when we were watching.
I do watch golf, though.
You watch golf?
Yeah. You watch it for 10 minutes, you sleep for 2 hours.
Okay, there you go. That's more like it, yeah.
Pick up at the next hole.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
It goes by so fast.
It's called the golf
15
nap.
minutes.
Sam, it's called the golf nap. You lay on the couch.
That's the best thing to watch on Sundays.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah.
Well, cool. So we'll go back in the outdoor realm here. And this podcast is brought to you by Ridge Rock Hunt Company. We'll talk a little bit more about them later in the sponsor segment. But today we're coming to you guys basically just talking about kind of our game plan this whole year, like what all we have, what options we have to hunt, where we're going to hunt, and so we're just going to kind of dive in and discuss what all we have planned for this year. And if you guys are interested in anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us and ask questions or whatever if anything sounds good to you guys. So we'll start off with Todd. Go ahead. What do you got planned this year?
So I just finalized the hunt coming up here 2 weeks from yesterday. So it's less than 2 weeks now. April 1st, I'm meeting up with field staffer Kendra DeBerry down in Georgia, and we're gonna do a turkey hunt down in Georgia, and then from there we're gonna go on to Gulf Shores for a spring break trip. But then after that, I'll come back home and we'll do some turkey hunting here out back here in Michigan, and hopefully I can get a couple birds, one from Georgia, one from Michigan, and have a good spring with that. And then usually we hop right into fishing after that, because there isn't really anything you can hunt at that point, So we hop into fishing and we get into, trying to, do the maintenance of our hunting blinds and just trying to do modifications and that sort of thing, and working on trying to get ready for next season with food plots and that sort of thing.
For sure.
But then we also have a bear hunt coming up in December next year. We have the snow goose hunt again next March. We have that on the books. So we're trying to get the crane hunt. We haven't heard anything back yet from Crooked Wing, so we're looking at that as well. So I'm also going to put in for points next week for the elk and muley hunt that we're looking at in 2024. So I have that coming up at the end of this coming week. So I got a lot of exciting stuff going on, and Heather's tagging along. Heather's gonna be right with me. We actually talked to Kendra yesterday about how we could, because she wants to call turkeys in. So we made a plan that she's gonna be the caller, I'm gonna be the shooter, and Heather's gonna be running a camera. I'm gonna have a camera. I'm gonna have a tactic cam at the end of my barrel, and so we're gonna have it set up pretty good. So it's gonna be a fun time. So that
sounds like a perfect setup.
Yeah.
So on that turkey hunt, Todd, tell everybody a little bit about the other element that you and Kendra are doing. Y'all are actually teaming up and competing together in our turkey hunt competition.
So part of it is, the turkey hunt competition, and one of the stipulations is that you have to be able to hunt with them in person. And so I thought, well, geez, I'm going to be down there hunting with her in person. So I actually texted Sam and said, hey, can Kendra be my partner? So I asked Kendra if she wanted to be my partner, and she said, yeah, because she was going to team up with her son, but her son teamed up with somebody else. So now, so she's looking for a partner.
Yeah, see you later, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. So she's my partner, and we're gonna try to, hopefully if I get a bird in the morning, maybe we can go back out in the evening, and she can shoot her bird in the evening too. And so
heck yeah,
do 2 for in one day, and put it towards the contest.
So can you
a story to tell.
Can you talk a little bit about what the contest involves, like what kind of parameters you're looking for, how you win, that kind of thing?
Yeah. So this is our second time doing this. We actually skipped last year, but we did it in 2021. So this is our 2023 turkey hunt competition. It's hosted by Fall Obsession. And we've added a whole lot of new stuff this year. Back in 2021, we only were doing the team element, like what Todd just described, with two people who were able to hunt together. Now we're doing a team element that's still there, but then we're also you can register as just an individual and just hunt on yourself. So there are two different brackets. There's the individual hunter bracket, there's the team bracket, and it's open to anybody in the U.S. Basically, after you kill, you register through us through fallobsession.com, and then from there, whenever you kill your bird, we send you all the information you need for this. But there's an online form basically that you fill out to log your kill with us, and you got to send us pictures that are proof of, hey, how much did the bird weigh, how long was the beard, etc. That little bit of criteria that we're looking at, and then we have a scoring system based on all of that criteria: spur length, beard length, weight. And we score your bird, add it to our leaderboard, and we actually have cash prizes. So it's a growing pot because the first, second, and third place pots are based off of a percentage of the overall registration fees, basically. Mm-hmm. So the more people that we can get to sign up for this, the more people, the more teams that we can get to register, the bigger these cash pots are going to grow for first, second, and third place in each of these categories. So in total, there's going to be 6 winners basically that are taking home money when it's all said and done. The other question that we get pretty frequently about it is like we have the hunt date range is how we've described it on our website. It's already open, so it's March 11th through, I think we went all the way through like May 14th or something like that. Which people are like, well, my season's not that long. That's not meant to match up with your season. We've just given you that window that is that big so that it covers as many hunting seasons out there as possible. Mm-hmm. So even if your season is only 3-4 weeks of that window, as long as your bird is killed within that time frame, that's all we're looking for. So,
and some seasons have opened up, quite a few actually down in the Southeast, Florida, I think Mississippi is open now. And so,
Southeast is opening up, and we're getting people starting to sign up and register for this thing. So if anybody out there is a turkey hunter and they want to come compete, come on, fallobsession.com/hunt competition. You guys can read through all the rules and regs, how we score them, all the details on that kind of stuff. And from that page, you can register straight from there, and we'll send you an email with all the additional information that you need. So
it's really exciting too. So because with the new things we've added, we always talk about how we're conservationists. We're always trying to get people involved and introduce them to the outdoors. And with the new stipulations we've added, we're hoping that we get some younger people involved. We're hoping that we get some older people involved that have never hunted turkeys before. And so, it's a blast. Like I said, my story is that during quarantine, that's when I shot my first bird, and I was hooked. I love turkey hunting. I love bird hunting.
Yeah, so like Sam said, the more people that sign up, the bigger these pots are going to be. So go sign up, and then also tell your friends. So
exactly, 100%.
It's good and bad. Like some guys are gonna be like, I don't want to tell my friends because I want to win. Well, if you do tell your friends and they sign up, that's just more money that you could win. So tell your friends.
Bingo.
Exactly, 100%. Yes. 100%.
And you can't bring a butterball to the table, Andy.
No.
It's got to be thawed, and it has to be.
It has to be thawed.
Wait, he weighed 28 pounds. I'm telling you. No, I think this is a very neat and unique the contest that we have here, and it's open to everybody, women, children, teams, individuals, and I think this is awesome. I mean, it's the only one that I have heard of, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know if y'all have heard of any other competition like this, or if this is the only one out there, because I haven't heard. I mean, there's hog competitions, squirrel competitions, all kinds of stuff, but those are all in person. This thing spread out nationwide. So
I think there are a lot of local competitions, like you said, and I know like us down here in our neck of woods, the Wise County hog hunting contest is huge down here. I know in the Midwest there's some big buck contests and other things, to whatever degree that take place up in that area. But you're spot on, Nick. There's nothing that is. I don't want to even. This isn't a virtual contest. It's just an all-inclusive, is all it is, and we're the hub and the platform to bring it all together. So yeah, it's one of a kind, and honestly, depending on how well this goes, we might even look at doing something when it comes to whitetail in the fall, too. But
I think that'd be neat.
Yeah, it's a great way, like Andy said, to get people outdoors. We do have bonus points available actually for certain things. So you can add some extra points to your total score if you're a youth hunter. So kids 16 and under, they get some bonus points. If you are, let's see, the other ones I think are if you film your hunt, like the whole thing, the intro, the kill, the recovery, everything, that's worth some points. Even if you only get the kill shot on film, that's worth some points. And then if it's your very first turkey that you've ever killed in your life, that's bonus points as well. So
there you go, folks. More incentive.
And like I said, again, this is very unique. I mean, like I said, I had never heard this offered before. I'm glad we are offering this to, nationwide.
Everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, maybe we could open up to some predator hunting too.
No, it'd be fun. That'd be neat too.
That's a good idea.
When is that hog contest down there, Sam? Because Andy already told me to meet him in Kansas City, and we'll drive down for a hog hunt with you guys.
I'll pick him up in Kansas City or Oklahoma City. Either way,
man. If I got any more bruisers, if I get some more bruisers running around like that one, please. I'll be calling some people because, like in hindsight, man, that Wise County contest, and I know there's people who are probably more well versed in it listening to this than me, but it is stupid crazy. Not just the money that you can win, like we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah, that the winners are taking home here, and then we're also like the winning pigs are in the 400 pounds, like every.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm dead serious. Like you can go to the website. I'll send you a link.
400 pounds.
Yeah. So they just wrapped up, and I think the winning pig last year, Nick might have pulled it up, but it was like 459 pounds or something like that.
That's crazy. How much did yours weigh?
So I didn't have a scale, and I didn't even think about it. Like I knew he was big. He was pushing 300, which a pushing 300 pig, or really it needs to be over 300. But you have a chance if you got a 300-something pound pig of being in the top 10. You got a chance, which like third place is still winning like a couple grand. But or 10th place, excuse me. But yeah, it's absolutely insane. And then they have a parallel contest to it where they on the cutters, on the tusks.
Oh yeah.
So like you can win money for a pig, but then if your pig was only 6th place and you just won $10,000, well, guess what? You just won an extra $9,000 because they had the longest cutters than anybody else.
Really?
So, yeah.
Andy just went and booked his plane ticket. So.
Yeah,
yeah, that's why he left.
Send the dogs out, book my plane ticket. Sorry, put me down there in the line.
But no, when I was hunting with you, you had a couple of bruisers on film. You didn't have that big one that you shot on film, did you? You had a couple other different bruisers that we were looking at, right?
So I had him on camera. I had two big pigs on camera. One of them is the one that you saw the first evening, Todd.
Yeah.
Out there. So him and the big one that I killed, they're the two big ones that roam that southern area and everything. And man, they I've told the story before, like on Texas Dirt and on this, like I did not realize how big that pig was until I walked up on him. Because like visibly, if you watch the video on Texas Dirt, visibly you can see he's bigger, he's huskier, he's thicker. But it wasn't until I shot him and he was laying in that ditch all spread out, I walked up, I was like, holy smoke, this thing is a giant. And I'll tell you, there is one more out there that is that same size on the north end of the property. Up by that power line, Nick, that you and I walked up and found that cattle pen up there, up in that area. Man, there's another pig up there. I was hunting one stand that I have there, and so just tucked back in the brush type stand. It's not a blind or anything. And that pig came out, and I was looking. I was like, that thing is just as big as that other one I killed. And I have my deer arrows, and I have my pig arrow. I always have like my worst arrow in my quiver because pigs will tear stuff up, or you'll lose an arrow in a pig easy. So I have my pig arrow. So he comes out, and I'm switching my deer arrow to pig arrow, and I had just clicked it in, and it didn't even make any noise, but I just popped it in, and his head went up and he saw something. Like he caught some form of movement that I did in the brush, and it would like he just turned and walked away. He didn't run. It was just enough to discourage him from hanging out there anymore.
You're that smart.
So,
I mean, they have that much awareness.
Oh, 100%.
Can they see well? Is it the nose?
Their
or
sight, it's more the nose, for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
they can catch all kinds of scents.
But so like you said, the sight. I mean, just
that's why. I say you got to go out and do this. You got to check it out. Yeah.
It's sight, and it's. I mean, the sight is their worst feature. So now they're not completely blind. Like they still can see stuff, but they heavily rely on scent and on sound to be their saving grace, which is why you can almost, like, if you got a big group of them, you can almost walk up to them if the wind's in your face, because they won't smell you, and they're making so much noise themselves that they won't hear you. So, but if it's calm, if it's still, and you're close enough, like I was 20 yards from this dude, and you're close enough to him, and you make a move, well then there's a chance they might catch you if there's nothing else moving out there and they're by themselves, which our boars out there, like we've said before, I've never seen anything like it. They travel by themselves or they travel in pairs. They don't travel with the groups unless there's a sow that's in heat.
So when Sam and I hunted, we just grabbed a couple of lawn chairs and plopped them down right up against the brush, like in open field.
Yeah, literally.
That's all it takes.
Todd, watch episode 2 of Texas Dirt. Todd and I are in, I mean, we have camo t-shirts on, but we're in shorts and our freaking boots, and we just take 2 lawn chairs and just sit back in the mesquite trees a little bit, 60 yards from the feeder. Like, and they had no idea we were there.
So you're telling me we need a company margarita machine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just keep it behind the camera.
I still think
we don't do that. I'm being funny. We don't do that.
I'm not.
I still think I hit that big one that first night, but I was just thinking about that yesterday. Like I had to have hit him. He was so close. I had to have hit him. But,
man, I'm sure you did.
I think you just hit high, like in that no man's zone. I think that's why we didn't find any blood.
Just the fleshy, fun stuff there. Yeah.
Because,
and I mean, these suckers are so tough anyway. Like, unless you make a solid shot on some vitals, like they can go forever.
I'm sure they're very resilient. Yeah.
Because on day 2, when I did shoot that one, Sam goes, "Well, how did he run off?" And I was thinking, like I said, thinking about this yesterday, because I was thinking about how it was an incredible shot you made on that piglet. But I thought that big one ran exactly the way the one we knew that I hit ran off. And I'm like, I had to have hit him because he acted the exact same way.
Well, they don't like donkey kick like deer do.
Right.
They just take off. And so I asked Todd, like, because he was looking through scope. I didn't have a scope or binoculars. I had just iron sights on that AR. I asked Todd, I was like, how did he react? And Todd's like, I don't know, just like the other one.
Yeah, just like yesterday.
Yeah. But no, Todd smoked him.
Now are the smaller ones better eating?
That one wasn't.
Not my little one, no.
No.
Yeah,
no, like
I think it all depends on how you cook them too.
Yeah.
It depends on how you cook them, and also, like, traditionally, like the 100 to 150, 160 pound range seems to be like the ideal range.
Okay.
I mean, if you, like, don't get me wrong, there's pigs out there that you walk up to them, and before you even get to them, you're hit with the stench, and you're just like,
stinky.
Yeah, when they, like if you're sitting there and the wind's in your face, you'll be able to smell them coming.
No way.
Some of them are stinky. Now, the year
like
before,
antelope.
Yeah.
In a sense, kind of like that.
Yeah, antelope. Yeah.
Yes.
Worse. Like
really?
like that, but worse. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the pig that my dad killed the year before, the first year on Texas Dirt, she was probably 150 pound sow. That was, I swear, the cleanest pig that I've ever seen. Now, granted, it was like perfect shot, like no guts or anything were hit or anything like that. But gutting that thing, like it was no worse than having to gut a deer or anything like that. It was like this is the cleanest pig that I've ever processed.
So with ours, we were in 112 degree temps when
we were.
You had a 30
o'clock.
So we got the back straps out and some meat off of, I think, one of the legs or something. But we that was really good, and that was in that 150 pound range we estimated. And so Yeah, my kids didn't let Heather and myself eat the back straps. We turned it into like a Mediterranean roast, and the kids just ate the whole thing before we had a chance to eat it. So,
that's awesome.
What?
Yeah. The kids ate it up. So Heather and I were left with the breakfast sausage. So
Yeah,
Oh,
that would
man.
have been good too.
yeah, but it tastes just like regular breakfast sausage, a little leaner though. So
Yeah.
It's
and then
good.
by the time we got to Sam's pig, it was already decaying and rotted and not good.
That fast, huh?
That fast.
Well, I mean, like when Todd shot the pig, it was almost like first thing in the morning. It was almost 90 degrees already. So as soon as we got our pictures and got all that stuff, it's like, all right, we got to get this done ASAP. And Todd's pig is a good sized pig. My pig is tiny, just tiny. So it's like, all right. And I know I don't want to get any haters on the podcast, since we're talking about it. But, if you're unfamiliar with hog hunting in Texas, these things are such a nuisance and such a pest down here.
Yes.
That it's like.
Yeah, invasive species, yes.
Yeah, they're an invasive species down here. You don't have to have a tag. You can kill them any time of the day or night. And if you're hunting on private property with permission, then you don't even have to be a licensed hunter in the state of Texas to kill them.
Right.
Like that's they repopulate so quickly and they destroy so much stuff, and they're so like we're talking about clean ones and ones that we do want to eat. There's equally as many out there that are disgusting and that you're not going to touch.
Right.
So it's like it's no different than killing a coyote. You don't eat coyotes,
No.
You toss them, and
Exactly.
this is the same thing. So all is to say, we quickly decided, Todd's pig is going to be the one that we try to get out of this. And if it does look like we can get to mine, then great. And of course, by the time we got to ours, it was over 100 degrees.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, no.
So,
No.
What was it, sizzling? Could you
It sounded like it. We were, that's for sure.
I promise you it didn't smell like bacon, that's for sure.
Oh, shoot. That's what I wanted.
yeah, give it another day and you would have probably already
Oh,
had
I'm going. It would have been worse than that. Yeah. No.
Well,
We
cool.
didn't have any eggs then. We could have had a whole breakfast then.
No, yeah, you gotta be sold. It's just a 100 degree thing down there. It's just
You get used to it.
And I get it, Andy, because we're Northerners. We're not used to that. We get it once, maybe every 5 years, 100 degree temp. But honestly, for me, it was like, I know it's going to be
dry
hot.
heat, though. It's a dry heat.
Well, that's what I say, but heat is heat. Yeah.
It's not like 90 degrees up here and 90% humidity where you step outside and you start sweating.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
what's funny. I had dinner with Andy the week before Todd came down because he was down here for work, and Andy just could not believe that Todd was coming down here to hunt.
Yeah. In fact, I called you the night you guys were going out.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was 111 that day. I've never, my skin has never touched 111 degrees, and you wanted to come down.
I have been on Texas dirt before. My truck said 118. That's the
Oh,
hottest
yeah.
I've seen. Yeah.
Heather mentioned yesterday too, I should check out going down to visit Sam and Nick in Texas and do a hog hunt. I'm like, there you go.
Come on.
You should.
Hey,
You should. So
are they more active in the summertime? When are they more active? I mean, are they just active all year round? Obviously, summertime, the heat and stuff like that. In the wintertime, do they want to eat more because it's cooler? Or, I mean, how do you...
So they're foragers, and then at least the way that my pigs are, or Nick and I's pigs are out on Texas dirt, is the later in the year that it gets, or the colder it gets, the more nocturnal they seem to get. Like even still right now, like they're still transitioning right now for me. So if I look at my trail cam pictures right now, 80% of the pictures I have of pigs right now are nocturnal. Here in about a month, like 3 weeks to a month from now, then it's going to start flip-flopping. It's going to be about 50-50, and moving into the summer, it's going to almost completely flip-flop, and they'll be active like in the mornings and the evenings during the daylight. And they'll maintain that daylight. What's that?
Can you explain why that is? Why do they? I mean, they're almost like deer in a sense in the wintertime. They only do nocturnal. But I mean, you think that during the day that it's warmer, they want to feed. I mean, can you kind of? I mean,
I know in the summertime, like nothing wants to be up and moving around when it's 112 outside.
No.
So, but it somewhat depends on the moon phases, similar to deer. But honestly, they're not as picky as deer are on that. Like, you can try to pattern pigs, man, and sometimes you can, as far as like food sources. Like with our feeders down here, we got some feeders they'll spin, and 5 minutes later the pigs are coming in because they know what time the feeders go off.
It's like the dinner bell.
But but other than that, like as far as what they do and when they do it, it's like they just do whatever they want. I really don't know. I'm not that committed to studying my pigs that much. I just know the majority are daytime and when the majority are nighttime. So
hopefully we have time like that in later life. We're all
where we don't care what we do or what time we do it.
Exactly.
One day.
One day, though. Hey, we'll all be there. Trust me. We're going to come out there and just have a hoot and holler.
Well, cool. Todd, did you want to touch on anything else that you had planned for this year?
Me? So
I know we got kind of on a tangent there, but
we did.
That's always good.
It's a fun topic. We don't have hogs up here, so it's interesting to the northern folk.
No, but there's good. Sorry to interrupt, Todd, but apparently there's a report coming in from Canada that we have some hogs from northern breed hogs that are coming down from Canada, going from north to south in the United States. I don't know how true the story is. I just heard this. They've mixed with boars and domestic pigs, and they're starting to make their way south. So, tell the truth, I'm kind of excited. I want some free pork to shoot at. I guess I don't know.
I know that we do have a thing in Michigan where if you see a feral hog that you don't need a license, you can just shoot it. You're expected to shoot it. I've never heard of anybody seeing a feral hog in Michigan. So I think I mentioned one time that you have a better chance of seeing Bigfoot than a feral hog.
I did see Bigfoot.
Here we go.
Yeah. I hear they're coming down from Canada.
Yeah.
I won't tell you the night or where I was, but
so other than the ones I mentioned, I don't have anything else really planned. And as things come up, I know Steven had talked about doing maybe a whitetail hunt in Kentucky. So if that is able to get planned, then I might look at doing something like that. And Andy has mentioned something about going to North Dakota on a snow goose hunt. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to do it this year, but we might be able to do it next year. So, other than the ones that we certainly have planned, there's some that pop up that, and of course, our whole family style is, we kind of already alluded to it when Heather told Sam not to tell him that Andy was down in Texas because I'd be on the next plane out. That's kind of our
guess what?
Family anyway. So got a lot of stuff planned, actually right now is the start of our busy season. Heather started track, and so I just had my had a officials meeting yesterday, so my first game is a week from Tuesday, and then it's just going to be full throttle.
Gotcha.
And that's summer. There goes summer.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Andy, what about you? What do you have planned for this year? Anything cool, crazy, interesting?
Well, no, just for right off the bat, Todd's going down to Georgia at the end of the month. I'm going down to Nebraska. I got some family land down there. I'm going to do my first Nebraska turkey hunt with my brother-in-law, Turkey John. And then after that, it's going to be North Dakota. It's going to be hunting the snow geese again. Wait for that last push up to Canada. So I have spent quite a bit of money on decoys this year and certain things, and so I got to try it out. And I'll spend at least 2 or 3 weekends in April doing that. Obviously, we have around here. I have found a spot for my son this year, so we're trying to get my son a first turkey. And
how old is he?
12.
Oh, okay.
12. He got his hunter safety certificate last year and hunted legally all last year. I mean, with the license.
Right.
Illegally, but right.
What kind of gun is he shooting?
So that's a good thing. But just to let you know, he broke my backup broke. It was 1187 Remington, and so he actually got on a trap league at the high school here, and so I'm going to buy him a new shotgun this spring.
All right, heck yeah!
And then I might as well buy my daughter a new shotgun because I might as well use it while she can.
All right, hold on. Back up. You have a brother-in-law whose name is Turkey John.
Yeah.
How? Like,
that's his name.
That.
I mean, he's an amazing caller. He's an amazing caller, and he's shot. I don't know how many freaking turkeys from Missouri to Minnesota to just stupid.
Now this is the same brother-in-law that you were in the blind with when you had your decap shot,
when I
right?
started screaming, crying at the same time. Yes, that's Turkey John. Exactly. So that's Turkey John. I'm going to be with him again.
Okay.
So we'll be together again. So, but down in Nebraska, I think it's going to be. We're not like I never said. This is new land to me. I've never hunted Nebraska for turkeys, by the way, and so we're thinking about maybe doing a little run and gun. With the bow, obviously, that's all I do for turkeys. So yeah, we get it should be a fun little 5 days down in Nebraska, and hopefully get some more weather than here. Got 3 feet of snow still, so. But no, super excited for this spring. By the end of May, I'm be looking at fishing and trying to find out what Todd's doing so I can go bug him.
Heck yeah.
No, we'll be headed down to there.
I know, right? No. What are you guys up to this year? Do you guys have anything planned out, Nick, Sam?
My focus is going to be on some whitetail. I'm going to try and get out and do some turkey hunting on Texas dirt this year.
Good luck.
Yeah,
really?
It's super dry. We had since the drought last year, there's been like 0 turkeys. Like,
really?
I feel like this past fall, we got some pictures of some turkeys, but every spring it seems like we never get any pictures of them. So I'm not sure why, but my little sister did shoot one last year. So we're gonna go and see if we can get one this year. More than likely. That's not on the books yet, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get out there.
It's a nice little weekend. You can just plan that all as you go.
For sure. Yeah, it'll probably be the run and gun style, where you're calling, chasing. Yep. So we'll see. But other than that, it's just gonna be some whitetail. I still need to talk to my wife about going to Colorado and putting in for that. So, yeah, I know. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have planned this year. So nothing too crazy.
Snow goose hunt next year.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm trying to tag in on that too.
It's a good riot. I mean, I know we just get together, have a good time, so we can laugh, shoot some birds, and
heck yeah. I think I'd rather go crane hunting than snow goose.
Way better eating.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the taxidermist called me on Friday.
Yes.
And 2 birds that I brought back. There's this humongo bird. I think I sent him one of the pictures. His wingspan
it was a big bird.
It expanded as far as mine. His legs are. So I took that one into the taxidermist, and I took one from day one as kind of a replacement parts bird. And he was going to take the meat out. I think I mentioned this on one of my podcasts. He's going to take the meat out and give it back. Well, he called me on Friday and said, yeah, exactly. He goes, I took the meat out of the smaller bird. He goes, I didn't find any pellets in the breast of the smaller bird, so those are good to go. He goes, but the big bird, one whole side is just full of pellets. He said it's just.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is.
Sure it is. Full of pellets, yeah.
It's destroyed. So I got to pick that up tomorrow. So he got like a half a breast out of the big bird, and then.
Heck yeah. So.
Be like, no, I'll take it anyway, man.
Yeah, I'll pick the pellets out. No big deal.
Yep.
I'm pretty good at spitting.
Right? No, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have any teeth left, but I'll be fine.
Yeah, just chew slow and chew soft.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
down enough rabbits to be able to,
Exactly. We were down before we went down to Mountain City. Mike Teppy, he's asked for crane. He says, "You guys gonna have a crane?" And I go, I don't have any grade.
Nope.
Not for you.
No. So funny.
I lost all my crane in a fire.
I lied.
Exactly.
I don't know what happened. Anyways, and then so Tyler shows up and he throws this bag of marinating beautiful breasts on fucking Mike's lap, and it's like, oh. So Mike got to taste his crane.
What a guy!
I know, that's super
Tyler,
nice.
Thank you, Tyler. Yes.
Yeah, because when I went crane hunting, it was like, I did the math. It was like $300-something a day, and you only get 3 birds a day. So I was like, that's like $100 a bird. That's $50 a breast.
$50 a breast. I mean,
that's
like
crazy.
A good steak.
Yeah, for sure. It's a really good steak.
And it is.
Yeah, it is for sure. It's definitely worth it.
And I can tell you the truth, I will do that every year. That is probably one that it actually happened so fast last year that I couldn't grasp it. I mean, it was like boom, 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 we're done. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Didn't get to suffer any, Didn't...
I know, right?
No.
Well, that's
cool.
In
fact, with our meat, Heather doesn't let me. We cooked it on Christmas. Had a meal on Christmas. We haven't been able to touch it since because she won't let me. It's so good. We got to save it for special occasions.
There you go.
Okay.
Is there like is there any place close to you guys, like I don't know, like southern Missouri, like northern Arkansas, that we could all kind of get together, hunt some public land for deer just for a weekend or so? I mean,
Oklahoma or something.
Oklahoma too. I mean,
didn't Kess say something about hunting public land in Illinois or something like that?
Well, that's Illinois.
He did. Yeah.
Is that a little ways?
Mm-hmm.
I bet there's somewhere we could.
Well, even Kentucky, even Kentucky, Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee's not far from you guys. I mean, that's true. It's not too bad of a jaunt.
Nah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
Nashville's 15 for me, so which isn't bad.
I got
What's
some.
15 for you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andy. What I think Todd had a question.
No, Nashville is 15 hours for me. So.
15 hours. It's 10 hours for me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably about the same for us. I'd say probably about 10.
Yeah.
So I mean, there you go.
So yeah, I hunted in Tennessee a couple years ago. I maxed out here, and then I had a tag to go down in Tennessee and hunt, and shot a nice little 8-point. That's when I had my gun was misfiring and failing, and so it took me 8 tries to get one bullet out the barrel.
I remember this story. I
actually got 2 bullets out. The first one, I pulled the trigger and it popped. Like, what the heck? And as I was pulling away, all of a sudden I went, pow! I'm like,
oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's why we use bows.
That's right.
I was trying to shoot at an 8-point, and then I had a nice 12-point come out right after that. I mean, it came right out after it. So I put it right on him. He was less than 100 yards, and snap. I'm like, God. So yeah, it ended up about 8 times. That 8-point ended up coming back, and I ended up shooting him.
Jeez.
And where I was hunting was next to a military base, because my buddy shot one first thing in the morning, and he shot at it 3 times, and it kept coming back out to feed, and he finally was able to put a bullet in it. He was shooting over 200 yards downrange, and we were trying to figure out why the deer would come. Michigan, you shoot one time, they're gone, and you don't see them again for the rest of the season, While we're hunting next to a military range, so they would do artillery practice, and you get the big boom. So we were sitting there one day, and just a massive boom, and it felt like it lifted you right off the chair. So I called the guy that we were going through. I'm like, hey, is somebody blowing tree stumps up? What the heck is going on? He's like, well, obviously you've never hunted next to a military range. I said, nope, I have not.
Sure haven't.
But it explained why the deer came back after being shot at.
Right.
They're used to that loud noise.
Yeah, they're seasoned to it for sure.
Well, yeah, if you ever want the opportunity to come hunt on a military base, I do Camp Ripley. I think Nick, I sent pictures to you of Camp Ripley. Yep. It's the Army National Guard, Minnesota. It's up in Little Falls, Minnesota, Randall, Minnesota.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that on a podcast.
Yep, we did.
Because that's ringing some bells.
Yep, exactly. And then they let 2,500 bow hunters into this 55,000 acre piece of land. There's artillery. There's off bounds places where they. There's duds and stuff like that, but the state record came out of that a couple I want to say 5-6 years ago. State record came out of there. I shot a beautiful 9 out of there. I missed plenty of bucks out of there. Trust me, I will admit that. I busted on my phone going like this. Oh yeah,
that's funny.
Including last year too. So yes, I'm notorious for that place. But no, it's a neat spot if you ever want to come to Minnesota and do that and hunt the military base. They put a great show on. So
yeah, sweet. We'll have to set that up too.
Yeah,
a lot of opportunities out there.
Yeah, let's just keep them rolling.
Yeah, Sam, I know you're planning on going to Colorado, right?
Yeah, we were talking about it right before we started recording, I think, but I gotta put in for my Colorado mule deer tag, going up there, try to hunt with Tim. Tim's been harassing Nick and I for several years now, trying to get us both to go. And I think this year, I know he's trying to, like Todd mentioned, plan the staff hunt out there in 2024. But this year, he sent Nick and I the same invite he always extends us graciously. And I looked at Nick and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of not getting drawn from Montana. I'm going to try this year.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I'm putting in, still working on Nick.
Yeah.
and tell you the truth, Todd would witness to this too. I mean, there are some monster muleys out by his.
Oh yeah.
That's
oh,
the rumor.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, monster muleys. This guy,
300 pounders.
I got a
200 plus inches. Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Wow. I got a new fireplace that needs something big to go over.
There you go. There we go.
Yep.
What's Mom gonna say about that?
Hey, she's telling me, she's like, because like we have this nice, in our new house that we bought last year, we have a nice big stone fireplace goes all the way up to the ceiling. House.
Yeah, beautiful house. Yep.
And so my pronghorn is the only shoulder mount that I have. Everything else is like just on a plaque or a Euro mount or that kind of thing. Just because I've always had in my mind, I'm going to do shoulder mounts on really big stuff. And, and anyway, my thoughts changed a little bit, but neither here nor there. My only shoulder mount I have is my pronghorn, and the pronghorn's just swallowed up by the fireplace. So we put it somewhere else in the living room. And that was the deal. Like my pronghorn and my two biggest whitetails, they're in the living room. Those are the three that I get to have in the living room. The rest are all in the office and what you normally see behind me, on the podcast videos.
But didn't you bring your Spike this year, the taxidermist?
Oh no! I didn't really say that.
I'm not getting shoulder. No. I actually, I'm just gonna do a little Euro on that and put it in my son's room. Is what that little guy.
Coat hanger.
Yeah, but neither here nor there. The fireplace, we put the family picture over the fireplace, which it still just gets swallowed up by the fireplace. And she's like, I have to kill something big to put there. I was like, I can do that. Just gotta let me go somewhere where there's big animals.
Yeah. Gentlemen, okay. We're not getting any older or any younger. We are getting older.
I was gonna say, wait, what?
I know I am.
Speak for yourself.
No, seriously. In the next 5 years, okay, let's figure this out. Okay, let's do a caribou hunt, Alaska, bow hunting, caribou. Okay, let's figure this out. Let's let 5 years. Okay, can we just make this a 5-year plan? I mean, legitly. I mean, I don't got much time left. Okay, I'm only
You're talking like you're dying, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there something you need to tell us,
I
Andy?
would doctor, I'm healthy as a horse, but stairs. No, but I would like to do it. I'd like to let's just plan 5 years, 6 years, whatever. Let's try to get this done. Let's have caribou hunt.
Caribou hunt.
Let's spend 10 grand. Let's just do it. I know I hate to say that, but
I'm in.
The beat for the podcast.
Yeah, we'll
bleep it out later.
The beat bun's close.
We're gonna have to start installing the beat button on your end.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on.
That way you can just do it.
I'll just hold it down.
So for this podcast, we're only going to show the video portion.
Yeah.
You won't hear Andy speak besides hi.
Andy's gonna be that old guy in deer camp that just sits in the rocking chair in the corner, and all the little kids go to hear these crazy hunting stories.
Yep, that's him.
Back in my day,
I told those guys that we had to go caribou hunting because I was getting old.
they still haven't done it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on them to take me to Alaska.
Next 5 years, next 10 years, whatever, if you want to plan it out 7.
I would say that 5 to 10 range right there. We should definitely be able to do
100%.
Yeah,
Would that be just a great video? A bunch of us, 4 or 5 of us, go up there and shoot caribou with bows.
Be the greatest.
Life hunt, ton of a lifetime right there.
Yeah.
The content alone. I
don't care about the freaking content. That's just that's mine. You're talking.
I want a caribou. I want big shovels.
That's number one on Sam's bucket list.
100%. Me too. I don't. You know what? I want an elk. Obviously I want an elk. I want a moose. But you know what? There's something about a caribou that I just want hanging on my wall. I don't know. There's something about it. So.
Well, I heard caribou and moose are number 1, 2 in terms of meat.
You said that before, yes, and I've never had caribou. I believe I had moose, but I don't remember. So
yeah, you've had moose, Sam. You said. Sorry, I caught him.
No, I have not.
You have not. So I talked to Bradley O'Neill up in Nova Scotia. Texted me yesterday, and so we're going back and forth. And he says he's going to start guiding here soon, leading into the fall. So I asked him, "What are you guiding? Are you guiding moose? Because I know they have a lot of moose up in Nova Scotia." he said no, it's just gonna be black bear and white-tailed deer. So
well, there's another avenue.
Yeah, he said you could go hunting moose in Nova Scotia, but it's pretty costly. And he said it takes a while to draw a tag, so you have to put in for a drawing. So, Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I know there are other places because he did say you might have to go to Ontario, and Ontario is a province that goes around Michigan here, and I think in Ontario. Now, don't quote me, I don't know the exact, but I know it's easier to get a moose tag in Ontario than it is.
Okay.
And doesn't take that long. So, I thought it was over the counter.
If anybody's watching the podcast video, we're getting to watch Andy just live his life while we're having this conversation.
I'm letting the dogs out. I got a little white mop this big and he just wants to go outside all the time.
That's awesome. Well, guys, we're getting close to the end of our time, unfortunately. Does anybody have anything else that they want to add that they're having planned, that they're trying to plan, want to plan, other than a 5 to 10 year caribou hunt?
I'll just plug a couple of our Fall Obsession series.
For sure.
We've referenced it already in the podcast today, but Texas Dirt is the series that Nick and I have down here in Texas. To Nick's point, that's where majority of our hunting is going to be. Did you just hit your mic?
He did.
Yeah, I was going to go.
Yeah.
He's doing the Arsenio thing.
Yeah, that's where Nick and I do most of our hunting down here. So we'll be busy down here, but go check out the YouTube and the series on Carbon TV. And then not with us, but Mike Teepee, one of the Midwestern guys over there that likes to hang out with Todd and Andy. He's doing a new series as well. We just actually released a couple days ago the trailer called Midwest Whitetail, or no, excuse me, Midwest Mindset. Mm-hmm. Let me get it right.
There
Midwest
it is.
Mindset.
I watched it. I liked it. He did a good job.
Well, that's all Nick right there. But yeah, that's coming this spring. It's going to be a show specific to the habitat that he's working with in the Midwest out there with his whitetails on properties in Indiana and Michigan. So he's talking about all sorts of stuff like hinge cutting and planting cover, controlled burns, water sources, mock scrapes, like a bunch of cool stuff like that. So that series is also coming to our YouTube channel and Carbon TV as well. So.
No, he's actually very, very intelligent, very
knowledgeable. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You listen to the guy talking; he's very passionate about it, and I love when someone's passionate about what they do, and I think he is. That's the right way to go. So.
And then we also have the snow goose hunt coming soon. We have we'll get that storyboard sent to Nick today, and
that video.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was dragging my heels. Sorry.
No.
Waiting on Andy.
Yeah, you can check that out on YouTube. That should be coming soon. So
yeah, if anybody wants to come up North Dakota, feel free to let me know. I'll pick you up Fargo or Minneapolis or Jamestown or whatever, and bring it to my little spread. And nothing special, but it's
Heck yeah. Fun. Cool. All right, guys. With that, we'll close it out. Sam, I'm terrible at hosting. I don't know why you let me do this, but
because I'm out of town. Get this, guys. So I'm out of town right now for 2 weeks. And so I give the podcast stuff to Nick, like all the equipment, everything, so that he can keep the show going, keep everything rolling. Yeah. And what do I get? I get a text this afternoon. Hey, are you free? We need another one for the podcast.
We just miss you. We
Come on.
I know. You're just living there, your life, and Riley's sitting there in the hotel by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm super busy.
Yeah.
Just relaxing up there.
It's a resort, isn't it? It's not a hotel, aren't you?
No,
probably.
Don't start that rumor.
He is the boss,
Don't start that rumor.
Oh, that's right. Your boss might be listening. So.
Get back to work.
All right, we better close this thing down before it gets too out of hand again and we run out of time. But thank you guys for listening. We appreciate y'all. If you don't know, go check out, or if you haven't yet, go check out our all of our social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok now. Yes, Fall Obsession has a TikTok with some bomb videos. and dank memes and whatever else the kids are saying nowadays. You can go check out our YouTube, go check out our website, fallobsession.com. That's where we have everything. We have everything up there, guys. Go to our, that's where you can find our store. I know a few of us are rocking some sweet Fall Obsession merch. I got the leather patch hat if you're watching the video. Sam's got the American flag t-shirt right there. Todd's rocking the sweet camo hat. Andy's rocking the, I don't remember what that one's called. There's so
Desert Hunter.
The Desert Hunter hat. There's so many cool. There's so much cool merch on there, guys. Go check it out and get you on to support your favorite outdoor media group, Fall Obsession. Sam, am I forgetting anything?
No, just Ridge Rock Hunt Company.
Yes, the sponsor segment. Ridge Rock Hunt Company, Derek and Lacey Eves up there in Mississippi. They schedule hunts, basically. Whatever you want to hunt, they will have a connection for you. They will set it up. They will walk you through the entire process from getting a tag to finding an outfitter. They vet outfitters themselves. So you know that the outfitter that you're going with is going to be solid, as solid as they come. Really good folks. They're our favorite up there in Mississippi. We're going to have to go out there and hook up with them sometime as well.
For a caribou hunt.
For a caribou hunt,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
I'm sure Derek would be in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He would plan it and tag along. So.
Please. And I know Tyler would be there too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We would not have a problem getting a
Oh no.
True that.
Tim mentioned
people away with Matt.
Hey Nick, this is the part where you start losing control again.
Yep, it's happening again. It's happening again. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Once again, we'll come at you next week with another Fall Obsession podcast. We'll catch you later.
Stay obsessed.
Stay obsessed.